Welcome back to Homestead Heart. I am outside in the garden, you all. I'm giving this bed here a mix around, just kind of tossing the mix around because it's very dry and needs to be watered and everything. It's literally no moisture in this bed right now. There was an old tree behind our house that when the tornado came through, it literally took the top off of this tree, and part of it fell on our house and the other part was twisted around. But in any case, it was a massive tree. And if you can see, the diameter of this pool is pretty large, and it is actually sitting on what remains of the trunk or the base of this tree. So you could see it was a massive tree behind our house. And so we put this pool on here. This was a pool that we bought for our dog to get in and cool down in the summer, but he absolutely refused to get in this pool. So I said, let me put this pool to good use. And inside of this pool is a grow bag. It's a really big, large, just huge round grow bag that I put in top, and then I added in some potting mix. Okay. And so once I added in the potting mix, I added in a little bit of fertilizer and I put some plants in. Now, what I have growing right here is oregano. And that oregano, I did not know how well it was going to do, because literally I just sprinkled some seeds in that spot over there. And then I also had a start that I started from seed as well. But I plugged it in and there it is. And oregano grows so slow. So you have to have some patience with the oregano. So what I'm getting ready to plant in this bed right here, this is October. This is the fall months. And there are several crops that you can plant in the month of October, right? And what I'm getting ready to plant is kohlrabi. And I figured, you know what? Why not put the kohlrabi in this bed right here? And that way I can tend to it, keep an eye on it, right? But this is so dry. It definitely needs some amending, okay? And actually, I thought that if I would put water in the pool and filled it all the way up, that it would soak the water in and keep the bed nice and moist, right? But that didn't work out because this cloth right here, it didn't do a good job of letting the water in. That didn't work. So I had to water it by hand. And I think what I'm going to do is saturate this bed really good and then see what comes of that. Okay. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is amend this. I have some compost right here, and I'm just going to shovel in some of this beautiful black compost. I mean, oh, it looks so good. It's ready to go. And y'all are going to say, Mrs. H, what is it? Well, let me tell you what it is. I'm going to bring it over there so you can see it actually. Let me bring you some. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You know what that is? I'm going to tell you what it is. What you think it is? I'm going to tell you what it is at the end of this video. But at this point, we are a few minutes in, about 4 minutes in. Post in the comment section below what you think this is, okay? And I'll tell you at the end. I'm going to use my little tool here. This thing is so old, but I refuse to get rid of it. And I mean refuse. So I use it as a little hand trowel here in this bed right here. And this thing is at the base of a tree trunk, so it's kind of awkward the way I have to approach it. And then I have to watch for ants. So it's kind of awkward, but it's working. So I'm just mixing that in to the top few inches here. I don't know if you've ever cooked kohlrabi or eaten kohlrabi before, but post in the comment section what it tastes like, because I've never, ever, ever eaten kohlrabi. We grew some last year, but what grew, the rabbits got to it, and what was left over just didn't look too good. So I didn't bother with it. And I am going to put some of this also around that beautiful oregano there, because I think it can use it. I'm going to come here and work this in to the soil right here, because I'm going to plant all over this bed. I might even put some spinach in here as well. Just take some of this and kind of go around the oregano with my hands, just to kind of lightly mix it in without disturbing the oregano too much. And that should help to feed the oregano this beautiful, beautiful compost here. And the good thing about this is that I can plant this oregano, the kohlrabi in this bed, and it won't disturb the Italian oregano, which is so good. Oh, that looks so good. What do y'all think? How does that look? I'm mixing it all around, getting all that compost down in there. Now I'm going to water this before I put my seeds in, because I don't want to wash my seeds away, and my seeds are very small. So let me go ahead and get this watered heavily, and then we'll come back and get our seeds planted. All right, now I'm going to water this pretty good. I'm going to water it really heavy, because I want to see the water coming out the sides. I got my glove on backwards, I do. This is a really good way to put good use to this tree trunk here, this big pool, and this giant circular raised bed that I have, that I didn't quite know what I was going to do with until one day I said, hey, wait a minute. This will fit perfectly inside of this pool. Let's do it. I'm not going to amend this with anything else. There's no feather meal, no bone meal, none of that. This is all worm castings in here. And then, of course, whatever has been in this garden bed already the whole time, the organic matter that's already been in here. And I think what's in this raised bed is the Kellogg's raised bed potting mix, and it is super dry. So I am trying to saturate it to the point where I can see water coming out of the bottom. So it's been about 3 minutes. Then I let the water just take its time and drain out. And I do see the water gathering at the bottom of the kiddie pool. So now I'm just going to make some little rolls here. And I know the soil is good and saturated now, which is good. That's one. I'm going to come over to about the... I'm going to come over to this spot right here and come to this edge right here, and then again right here. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge, and I'll tell you why in a second. Now let me just walk around to where it's safe for me to do this before I fall face first. So I'm making it a little deeper here. And I'm not going to put anything right here where my oregano is. So those are the spaces that I'm going to be using for the kohlrabi. I'm going to grab some of this compost and I'm going to put it right down in the middle here. I'm putting these trenches kind of deep, and that's only because I'm putting the compost back in here. But you don't ever need a trench this deep for kohlrabi seeds. And I'll show you why, okay? And the reason why I'm putting it down is because the seed starting mix is very coarse. And because it's so coarse, I'm putting down the compost to make it easy for my little roots to grow and for the leaves to come up through the little soil mix here. So now let me show you what I'm planting. These are my kohlrabi seeds. This is purple Vienna and white. And these were also on our seed shop, and they'll be back again because y'all bought these really fast. So these seeds are so tiny, okay? Look at those seeds. They are so teensy tiny. This is the white Vienna kohlrabi. So I'm going to put the white kohlrabi on the ends, and I'm just going to sprinkle them in, and I don't mind thinning these out as time goes on, okay? So that's the white on that side. And I'm also going to put some white on this side. Just sprinkle a few seeds down. Okay. And then I'm going to plant the purple kohlrabi. Just sprinkle a few straight down. I'm going to come on this side and do the same thing. Not a ton of them, just a few, okay? Now I'm just going to take a little bit more of my compost and I'm going to go right over the top with this, just to cover up those seeds. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Then I'm going to give that a little pat down. Okay. Making sure we have good seed to soil contact here. Just cover that up, all right? Now I'm going to do the same thing on my outer edge right here. I'm going to make another little circle right here. Mrs. H, what you doing? I'll tell you. I'm going to go all the way around the rim of this bed, except for when I get to the oregano, I'm going to stop. All right, now I've gotten compost all the way around here. So what I did was I put a circle all the way around the perimeter of this bed right here. So what am I getting ready to plant? I'll show you. So now I'm getting ready to put some spinach around the outside perimeter of this bed. And I'm going to be planting some seaside spinach. And I'm just going to go through and just drop a few seeds all the way around this bed. And I'm just going to go all the way around the bed until I have all of them planted. I just had enough to get around the entire circle. So now that I have spinach planted all over this bed, all around, I'm going to come back and just cover this up now. Just lightly cover that up, not too deep, and give it a pat down. Cover it up. Like so, like that. I have spinach planted all around the outside. And the reason why I did that is because the spinach will be done long before the kohlrabi. Okay. Now this bag is completely planted. If you don't know what this is, it's the same material that is used when you buy the little grow bags, the little 5-gallon, 3-gallon grow bags with the little handles on them. Well, that's exactly what this is as well. It's just a really big round one. And it's only about, it's not even that deep. It's probably a good 6 to 8 inches deep. That's it. It's not even a foot deep. But this type of a bed is great for putting in root crops, because the root crops like your turnips or even some small carrots, not carrots that get really long, but the little varieties that maybe are kind of like short and stumpy. This would be an excellent idea for carrots, for radishes, for lettuces, all of this that has all of the crops that have a shallow root system. This will be perfect for that, okay? Now, this blue pool here, I'm going to leave it here. I left it here because I wanted to test it out. But I don't like the fact that it looks like a swimming pool. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to make this nice and decorative for me because I do want it to be aesthetically pleasing to my eyes. I know it doesn't matter to some people, but to me, I really want this to look different. I don't want it to look like a pool. But you can see that this is an excellent thing to grow in. And some people don't even put grow bags in the pool. They just put holes in the pool, and then they put the soil in and they plant directly into the pool, which is fine as well. That works for a lot of people, okay? But because I had the grow bag and it fit perfectly in here, I thought, yeah, let's go ahead and do it, okay? So we got some kohlrabi planted. We got some spinach planted. The oregano is still growing here. Hopefully we'll get some beautiful spinach to harvest, and hopefully we'll have some amazing kohlrabi to harvest too. So y'all, that's going to do it for the video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that we upload to our channel. And thank y'all again for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all grow your groceries.
Miss Sage, you forgot to tell us what it was that you put into the fertilizer. I sure did. We use worm caskets. There's more to come about that.